Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today I want to have some fun with this Universe 6 team. I think they're really fun right now. They're looking really good. So we're going to start tackling some of these harder red zone fights. So let's start it off with the Metal Cooler Core. Formerly the hardest fight in the game. Now it has been definitely Power Creep, but it's still up there on global, right? Um, we'll see how the Universe 6 team handles anniversary content when we get there. But for right now, I mean, I think this team, I think, can pretty much handle most of the hard, difficult content in the game. I think where this team is going to struggle is against fights where you cannot dodge. I think if fights negate dodge, I think this is just a team maybe you just don't use right now, right? The other thing is there is some good U6 buffs that we haven't gotten yet in the STR Hit and STR Kaba, and I think they both are probably worth running on the team. Especially STR Kaba, dude. STR Kaba and STR Kefla is going to be so nasty. So nasty, giving that girl, 60% support. We'll definitely take that. So here we're going to let Tech Kefla just chill and dodge and do all that, right? Just dodge a million attacks. This is the fight, too, where the first phase, you just have to go X number of turns. There's no way around it. This boss is unkillable. And then we'll go to the next phase where the real fight starts. But this first phase can definitely still hit hard. It'll be interesting to see, because I think this boss has, like 180 million HP. It'll be interesting to see the day when power creep gets so heavy that we actually can kill this boss, right? I mean, STR Kefla, if we had her, built up a little bit, I mean, she could put in some work on this first phase. I think it would be fun just to let this first phase be like the entire fight and just see how long it would take you to kill it. I think that would be kind of fun, actually. So here goes AGLKL doing her thing. I think Universe 6 still has a really good future ahead of it too. They're not done, right? Because there's the Dokkan Fest Tech Cal and Kefla, which I am going to do a video of them, I think, just for fun. Because they're not good right now. They definitely have been power corrupt. They're pretty old. But they do transform into Tech Kefla. And I think just running Tech Kefla on rotation with S-Tier Kefla just to have all the links to see how good each of those units look linked next to each other on a 200% lead, I think it's kind of fun. So I think I am going to make a video on that. But I think Tech Cal and Kefla, whenever they decide to EZA, is going to be a really nice buff. And I think we do definitely have because we have Dokkan Fest Kale, I think a Dokkan Fest standalone Kefla is definitely in order as well. And I definitely think we could see an LR Kefla at some point. It would be really cool, because Kefla's got base form, Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2. And a lot of these Kefla units are transforming, so you could literally come out with a new Kefla of any name standalone. And at some point, they're going to link up with these other Keflas. So I think, yeah, we're definitely going to get another Kefla at some point. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think ideally they would come out with a new either LR or Dokkan Fest Kefla, standalone. And then that maybe could be whatever celebration the EZA, the tech one, right? Which I think could be really cool. All right, here goes STR Kale doing her thing, stacking for days, while guarding. Doing her, very modest 5.6 million attack stats, but she actually builds up her attack fairly quickly, and she looks a lot better when she's linked with Kefla, which is eventually what we're going to get her to do here. All right, so we're going to take a super here, but Kale dodged it, even though it's pretty unnecessary. Although she may have saved some damage there. She isn't she isn't super built up defensively yet, so that probably did save a little damage getting that dodge. I mean, STR Kale is just a unit you have no business putting crit into. She's got so much built-in crit that she's, I think, darn near 100% crit chance, if not 100%, depending on the team build. So yeah, there's definitely no reason to give her crit. Her crit is so high. You just go all in additional on Kale, and then I had just put a little bit into dodge because I didn't want to put it into crit, and then we got a dodge there. So, the low dodge does come into play here and there. All right, I think this is our last turn on this first int phase, and then we're going to go into the physical Metal Cooler Core, which is, he hits really hard. So it'll be interesting to see how these girls can tank or dodge, right? Which is a lot of times what we want. I don't know, man. The more I've been using this team, though, and I've been trying out LR, AGL, Cal, and Kefla, they just are not good enough. So I think basically the second that we get that easy A for STR Kaba, that's the slot they're taking. They're going into that LR Cal and Kefla slot for sure. It is going to lower my Tech Kefla, I think, just below 100% dodge. I think she would still be at like 96% or something though. So it would be very rare that she would actually get hit. So I think I'd be okay with that. Because having Kaba on the team is going to be huge. All right, and then Kale, and that's the other thing is these units do so many additionals. Like, they are very relentless with all of the attacks, but like, I don't know, STR Kefla's power is just on a completely different level. Like, she is in, like, she's she's what Goku Black should have been. Like, this STR Kefla feels like a 9th anniversary level unit, where that Goku Black does not. He feels like kind of like a pre-anniversary unit, right? Where he's definitely good enough for this content, but we'll see how the 9th anniversary content handles. But STR Kefla here, because she's got the dodge, like her damage is just so heavy. So here we go. We're linked up with AGL Count Kefla on physical Metal Cooler Core. We definitely could take a lot of damage. We'll see what happens here. She is guarding in this phase. But yeah, look at all the dodges she's getting here. 16 million. This is basically without any buildup. I think we had her in slot 7. So this is our first time seeing Kefla. And she just opens up Super Saiyan. And that's what happens if she shows up turn 7. You don't even get her in base. But the nice thing is she still stacks and does all that stuff in all of her forms. So it doesn't matter that we didn't get a turn in base. So there she just popped off like, I don't know, over 30 million on her first turn. Sure. Not too shabby. And here goes AGL Cal and Cleveland. Look at them taking 90k normals, man. Luckily, we had a dodge there, but oof, not good. And we're definitely playing a gamble here, right? If we don't get these dodge, like that was like millions of damage right there we were about to take. Luckily, because she was type disadvantage, eating like a humongous super. That would have been like 2 million damage or something crazy. So yeah, the unit's doing what they're supposed to do in dodge. And that's kind of what this team is going to be. It's always going to be RNG. You have very high % chance to dodge characters, so you just count on that happening. You can lose any fight with this team, because all it takes is one of those attacks to get through on Vados, and we're dead. We're crushed. Even the normals would have been hundreds of thousands of damage there on Vados. So we just got lucky. The RNG went our way. Vados has 70% chance to dodge, plus I gave her 31 dodge and hidden potential. So it came through for us. Tech Khalifa, but I mean, yeah, that last rotation, that definitely could have been a game ender, right? All right, and look how quickly we're melting this Metal Cooler Core. That's the other reason you can tell that our global red zones are starting to age a little bit. Like, we're just peeling through the fight so fast. I'm excited for the 9th anniversary difficult content, because the fights, I think, last a lot longer, which actually bodes well for this team, because we have a lot of build-up units here like Kefla and Kale that are going to really get to insane levels. As the fight gets longer and longer, right? It's kind of unfortunate for AGL Kale. Like, she's still really good, and I think her team did come soon enough, but I wish it would have come a little bit sooner, or Kale would have dropped a little bit later, and maybe they made her a little bit better. I think that's what I would have wanted. Kale just to come a little bit later and maybe be more up to these guys' level. But Kale's still very good, but she's getting to the point where she just can't tank some of the strong bosses, right? All right, so we're going to transform here. I actually think, I'm looking at the defense and everything, but I'm actually going to put STR Kefla in slot 1 just because I know she can dodge. She's got type advantage, and we got to see her get a beefy attack stat to finish this guy off. So provided we don't eat a super attack here, we definitely have this in the bag. And of course, she's just going to dodge. She took 15k normal, so yeah, we would be dead on a super there, but we got lucky and he didn't. Then we'll just throw down the 20 mil shot there with Kefla. I am just still so amazed with her damage. Like, I had a video on her where she had like 3 turns where she was like 100 million plus damage in 1 turn in attack stats. Absolutely crazy. So anyways, guys, there you go. We just manhandled that Metal Cooler Core fight. Let me know what you think of Universe 6. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.